Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Indian securities markets has evolved rapidly, becoming one of the most dynamic and resilient in the world. From technological advancements to regulatory reforms, it continues to pave the way for greater transparency, efficiency, and investor participation. And to delve deeper into the advancement of Indian securities markets, joining us today virtually is the MD and CEO of Bombay Stock Exchange, Sundararaman Ramamurthy. Over to you, sir.
Good day, everybody. Thank you very much for inviting me and having me digitally present along with you. My apologies for not being physically present. Let me start with congratulations to Times Now for the 20th anniversary. I think the topic is keeping India ahead. It gels very clearly well with India's vision of Viksit Bharat, a developed nation by 2047, led by our Prime Minister, Honorable Narendra Modi ji, towards making India a developed nation. Indian economy is one of the fastest growing economies in the world. We are growing at a rate of around 7% on an average for quite some time now. We will soon become a 5 trillion economy. Currently, we are around 4.5 trillion economy. By 2047, our expectation is we will grow into at the least a 20 to 25 trillion economy and at best to a 50 trillion economy. The pillars of a country's growth lies with consumption, exports and investment. India is becoming the global consumption capital. I am told around 50%, more than 50% of the GDP is consumed in India. The people who are going to be the consumers of this country, who are they? India has a large population. By 2047, we are talking about a 170 crore population. Of this, 60% are going to be in income earning age. That is, we are talking about 100 crore population who are going to be in the income earning age and therefore increase the consumption. Consumption is a very important part of an economic well-being and to keep the wheels of economy running. Keeping this in mind, our Honorable Finance Minister in the last budget released and put in hands of the retailers around 1 lakh crores so that when consumption gets boosted, manufacturing and all the other allied activities get a boost. When you manufacture more than what you consume, you export, that becomes the next very important leg of growth for any country, and we are extremely doing well. For all this, you require a manufacturing activity to happen, and that is where the investments come in. In all these fronts, India is doing wonderfully well. The demographic profile of India, which I refer to, augments very well in all these areas. India saves around 30% of its GDP. Presume even 25% of it is going to come into the capital markets. We are talking about around 150 lakh crores per annum coming into the capital market. The market cap at this point of time in India is around 5 trillion US dollars. This has grown by 118 times in the last 10 years, a CAGR of 17%. You have seen that there is a relationship between GDP and market cap. Typically, the relationship hovers somewhere between 1 to 1.5. If that relationship is even now maintained, if you look at that and if it is going to continue, by 2047, we are talking about a market cap somewhere hovering around 40 to 50 trillion. Where this market cap will come from? Will it be only from the existing companies? Not necessarily. More and more companies are going to come in from various emerging sectors in India, making it one of the largest economies. This is where the role of BSE becomes very important. While Times Now is celebrating 20 years, we are happy to tell that BSE is celebrating its 150th year this year. It's a very happy moment for us. What has been the role of BSE in all its 150 years of existence for the growth of Indian economy? BSE has helped significantly in the formation of capital, ensuring liquidity of the capital raised, transparency in the market operations, ensuring corporate governance, and providing tools for risk management, in all ensuring and building trusts in the market. In this committed service of 150 years to the market, BSE has ensured the emergence of multiple sectors, multiple big companies and corporates, and in all helped in democratizing the access to the markets and access to the information so that more and more investors can participate significantly and meaningfully in the building of nation. BSE is extremely committed to the cause of SMEs, and SMEs are very important. Today we have around 6 crore SMEs in the country. Roughly somewhere around 1,000 SMEs are listed. Listing of a SME helps significantly, one, in its growth, and two, making it bigger along with contributing more and more for the nation. SMEs contribute significantly for the GDP growth, employment and exports, as we all know. And BSE has been a pioneer with SME platform, and it is certain that in the coming years, the role that is being played by BSE in getting SMEs to the forefront will become more and more significant. It's important that the investors participate judiciously, fully understanding what they trade, and trade only what they understand. For that, investor awareness and investor knowledge creation becomes very important, along with investor protection. BSE has been doing a great pioneering role in this as well as a part of nation building. We conduct around 14,000 investor awareness creation programs throughout the year, some of them physically, some of them digitally. We also came up with a novel idea of what we call as Dr. Mane videos. The do's and don'ts in the form of a simple clipping, a video clipping with a nice message to the public in an interesting social background has been rendered by BSE in multiple areas. This has become a very big hit amongst the viewers, and I must say that it has at least around 1 million viewers, which is a great achievement for us. When individuals trade, it is very important to ensure that their portfolio risk is minimized. Mutual funds play a wonderful role in this. So it has been the endeavor of BSE to make mutual funds easily available to the investing public. The Star MF platform of BSE has played a very vital role. I'm sure you will be very delighted to know around 1 crore unique investors have entered into mutual funds in the last 1 year. It's a very big number for India. We will be continuing our journey in building trust in support of nation building towards achieving the goal of Viksit Bharat. In all this, I feel media also plays a wonderful and very important role. By its sheer reach and influence, it can promote financial literacy amongst the public in a big way. The conversion of household savings into financial savings can be faster with the effort from media and support from one and all. Media which is aligned with the cause of the nation with responsible reporting can be a very important tool for robust growth and sustained development. I would like to thank Times Now once again and congratulate them, and I am sure with the human service that they are doing, they will be contributing more and more for the development of India, keeping India ahead and achieving the goal of Viksit Bharat. Thank you very much.
Let's move on. Ladies and gentlemen, global corporations are no longer just setting up shop in India. They are reimagining their entire global strategy with India at the center. And this shift speaks volumes about our changing economic leverage. No one gets this better than Mr. Cassio, the managing director of Tetra Pak in South Asia markets, and he has revolutionized Tetra Pak's strategy in India and offers a candid look at the opportunities and challenges in our manufacturing sector. Let's give a warm welcome to Mr. Simoes, who's joining us live virtually, and he will speak on Make in India, Make for the World with editor output desk at Times Now, Meghna Deka. Please give it up for Mr. Simoes and Meghna Deka.
Thank you so much, Mr. Simoes, for joining us here on Times Now. Pleasure to have you here. History that your company has had. Interestingly, it was your founder in 1952 who ensured that milk, which till then was being delivered in glass bottles, was transformed into Tetra Paks. Tetra Paks that we use now as a product rather than a company, isn't it? So it's interesting that it all started with your company, with your founder who were engineers as well, that you innovated and brought about this revolution when it comes to packaging. So would you say innovation is perhaps in your genes?
Yes, innovation is in the DNA of Tetra Pak, as it is sustainability as well. Last year, we ran this session with our customers here that innovation starts here, and it starts in Bharat because we are bringing innovation to the Bharat market. It's been quite an interesting journey here, already completing 30 years in India. The history of Tetra Pak, and now is bringing innovation, bringing more equipment localization in India. Today we have our facilities in Chakan is the largest site of Tetra Pak outside Sweden, and in that site we are manufacturing packaging material, we are manufacturing food processing equipments, we have our product development and innovation center, and we also renovate equipment, second-hand equipment to attend the market. I see Bharat now in two ways with the dynamics of the market. Bharat continues to be a very sensitive price market, and that's what we need to innovate here. And we have innovations on the format of our packages, the package sizes. There is one specifically size 150 ml that is was designed for Bharat to be more competitive in this 10 group price strategy for our customers. Also, knowing that the volumes here in India are so big, we need to be very competitive as well when we talk about production, And that's why, it was not designed to meet Bharat needs, but today in Bharat we have more than 11 hyper-speed lines running at 40,000 packs per hour. This is also to bring innovation in the market and also cost competitiveness. Our product development center in Bharat is designing formulation according to Bharat's taste.
That's very interesting. So you are also innovating in Bharat, and it flows beautifully with the larger concept that India is also putting forth, which is Make in India. And you're doing that. And I believe the biggest state-of-the-art facility that Tetra Pak has outside of Sweden, which is where the genesis is, but outside of Sweden, it is right here in India, in Pune. Tell us a bit about it. Why India? Yeah. There are challenges. You're absolutely right. Climate challenges, especially when it comes to packaging. There are several other challenges, such as, well, you've mentioned price sensitivity. But yet Bharat, why?
Yeah, Bharat is, is the market today that has the highest growth when we compare it in the 160 countries that Tetra Pak has been installed. And it's great to see, a couple of weeks ago, I have one of the board members visiting us and to discuss the next expansion for our production center. Today, and it's great to see how incorporated it is in our organization that Bharat for Bharat. 85% of the equipments, food processing equipments that we deliver in India, they are manufactured here. We want to be more time to market because the growth is so high in the market that we need to have equipments ready for delivery according to our customer needs. Today we are manufacturing equipment here for milk, for juice, for plant-based, for the cheese, for powdered milk, for producing cola, ice cream. I dare to say that today 40% of the ice cream consumed in Bharat is made manufacturing Tetra Pak equipments.
So that itself puts everything into perspective, considering about 40% of the ice cream is being consumed in Bharat as well. But since we are talking about the challenges, does weather, does climate play a big role when it comes to ensuring that you innovate Bharat, as you are calling it, Bharat for Bharat? The biggest challenges that you've faced?
The biggest challenge we have, and if I can share with all of you the experience we had with the implementation of the legislation, because it started almost 1 year ago with all the validations that we did in our factory there in Sweden and also replicated here in Bharat, is that we do need more integration and more collaboration between the industry and the government side. It's a lessons learned for us that one of our strategic pillars in Tetra Pak is to lead the sustainability transformation. We don't think that only legislation will make great transformations in terms of sustainability. We do believe that, yes, legislation combined with intention and with the execution, it will really make the difference towards a more circular economy. And India is at the forefront of these actions now. But we need more collaboration from both sides. It's something that was a lesson learned that we want to go for the same objective, to be more sustainable.
The objectives seem to be the same, which is why perhaps greater collaboration between the government and the industry is going to go a long way. But you've spoken, Mr. Simoes, a couple of times about sustainability. Of course, that is going to be one of the biggest pitches in the coming days as well. But how do you balance out innovation, but also profitability and sustainability?
When we talk about innovation, our main goal is to balance that in a way that we bring value to customers. Every single investment we do in a way that we work to bring more sustainable solutions for our customers. On the packaging material side, we want to have the most sustainable packaging in the world. Today, 70 to 75% of our packaging is paper-based. It's paperboard based. And we have already a solution there running in Europe that almost 90% of the packaging is paper-based. On the food processing equipment side, we are also investing on bringing solutions and designing food processing equipments in a way that they consume less energy, less water. They can minimize the waste within the operations, bring the total cost of ownership down. At the end, we are investing in technology.
One of the initiatives that Tetra Pak has come up with is Taste the Future Station. This is about not just packaging, but also dietary needs. Some of these products that you've put out there have low sugar as well. This is interesting because even as we speak right now, Prime Minister Modi has been leading from the forefront as well the anti-obesity drive. Do you think as we were discussing earlier, there's alignment when it comes to the objectives and aims between your company and Bharat?
Look, Tetra Pak runs every year what we call Tetra Pak Index. It is a survey that we run in several countries to understand the consumer needs. I do think that it was in 2021-22 that we ran this survey around the world. And we found out in that survey that consumers, because of technology, consumers are becoming more and more educated and more cautious about health issues. You know? So, I mean, it is... And I can tell you, when I arrived, I've been in Bharat now for almost 2 years with this feeling of being in this country for 5 years. I can tell you, such a dynamic and intense environment. But I tell you, it's when I arrived here, I had the experience in other markets that was before. That yes, this trend of low sugar products, already happened in other places. It was just a matter of time to come to India, and we need to adapt. We need we in the industry we need to adapt that. And fortunately, we have our production development center in Chakan. It's a full pilot plant with high level or high technology equipments that we can design any formulation. And we are touching base with a lot of customers now, providing them, the opportunity to reformulate their products with low sugar content. We also have one technology that we are trying in other parts of the world that we call de-sugar. The sugar is to remove or to reduce the sugar content of the fruit, the fructose. So there is a lot of innovations coming on formulation, on giving the consumer healthier products, and then the consumer is the one to understand and to take the best for them. When we need to be ready, our customers to be ready with it.
Well, absolutely. So going forward, the roadmap seems to be clear. That is innovation, yes. Profitability, definite yes. But also it is going to be in hand with sustainability as well as health. So it does seem that we are aligned together on that, Bharat and Tetra Pak. Really appreciate it, Mr. Simoes, for joining us here on Times Now Summit. May the collaborations continue. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.